Welcome and what's up? This is the Entrepreneurship Mindset Podcast. Your host, JP. And today I have a young entrepreneur, a founder of an AI company while he still was in high school. This show is going to be about the grind, the strategy, and the real lessons behind building something from ground up. Let's kick it off. PJ, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing very well. It's an honor to have you on my show today.
Thank you.
Well, let's just start with some of the basics just to get to know you. Where are you originally from?
So originally, my family came from Hyderabad, India, but my parents moved over to California. I was born in, 2007. We were in Cali for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2015, we moved to Texas. So we've been here, just almost a decade.
Okay. That's awesome. You been enjoying it out here?
I mean, it's Texas. What's there not to enjoy?
Hey, everything is bigger in Texas. That's what they say, right?
I mean, why not?
Well, well, tell me or walk me down your entrepreneur journey. What sparked the interest in entrepreneurship?
So when it comes to interest in around, what was it, second grade, my parents joined me into martial arts, and I did that till just shy of October this year.
Okay.
So, it's been, 6-7 months since I stopped? Well, no, I quit in January.
Mm-hmm.
I quit in January. I quit something else in October. But in about second grade, they joined me into that, and, I kind of hated it in the beginning, but then, started to love it. There's several reasons for that. Mostly it was friends and, the community that I had there. But then, as I got to fifth grade, I just had that, attitude shift of I don't wanna work for someone else. So
At fifth grade?
come on, man. There's I met someone's daughter yesterday. He said that she's been, writing articles since she was second grade.
Okay.
So, fifth grade, that doesn't seem so much impressive anymore when you compare it to her. But what's it called?
It was just natural. for
Yeah, after fifth grade, I just told my parents, no college. Sixth grade, no college. Seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, and 11th, 12th, they were just like, all right, no college. And, they forced me to apply to college, but,
Mm.
I didn't really mind about school so much while I was in high school. So, my GPA was, 1.7, give or take. So it wasn't anything high. It was, we were doing decent freshman, sophomore year, but then we were just like, you know what, fuck it, we're not doing this shit anymore. We kind of just dropped, and we were getting, C's and like right there on the edge of like getting a 69 and failing pretty much the whole time. And
Wow.
around the beginning of senior year, I started the first of my few companies.
Mm-hmm.
Started going into that.
Well, so they do say the C's and D's run the A's and B's, so
It's okay. It's that's
that's a saying.
It's a saying, but it's inaccurate. Okay. It's not completely accurate because the A's and B's do also run the C's and D's, but the inaccurate thing about the statement is the C's and D's always run the A's and B's. It's not completely true, and for me it's C and D because I just stopped caring. I mean, I could have been an A student, I could have been a B student if I wanted to. Keyword, wanted to.
Right.
I didn't want to. That's the difference.
Now let me ask you this, because you said you were in MMA,
Correct?
and so martial arts, I believe that it should teach you discipline.
It does.
So you were just disciplined not to put all your efforts into school and put it somewhere else into your businesses that you were doing while you were
So,
attending school.
When it comes to discipline, right? In martial arts, it's knowing when you're supposed to and not supposed to do something. And, that doesn't convert, discipline's different in everything you do. But when it comes to school, discipline for me was, not doing school
Mm-hmm.
because I knew I wasn't going to college either way. Like it does not matter. Like I don't care. It's to me, for my goals in mind, it's a waste of time.
So, during your journey in high school, what was your goal? Just to go through the motions and graduate?
Honestly, there was a point in time where I was just gonna, drop out and just do my business because there was a point, what was it? About October-ish is when my business actually started picking up, and I started taking on, clients that were podcasts to bring in. I had almost, 30 clients.
So what is the business that you're running currently? What's the name of that so everybody can know?
So the current business I'm running is called ContentaAI.
And what does that?
So originally, what it was made to do is to, help podcasters or long-form creators take long-form content, cut it up, and put it on social media, manage engagement, track the social media,
Mm-hmm.
and increase, the social media following. But we don't guarantee anything when it comes to social media following. We just try and help
Right.
grow. Our main purpose is to be the clipper. Right?
Okay.
So, a lot of people will spend, Kai Sinat spends, $30K a month. All these streamers spend $10, $20, $30,000 a month on, manual clippers when they could just use AI. So, we made this tool to, do that. And now, my problem I had with normal clients is I'd wake up every morning and they'd be like, hey, what's the update? Hi, what's this? What's going on? Like
Mhm.
every day with like every client, they'd message me or they'd email me or something. They'd email me and be like, hey, what the fuck is going on? I want updates. And, with social media or even with clipping, it doesn't happen overnight. You need, at least a month to get some sort of result. So, I just didn't like that. And a friend in a group chat, on my computer here, there's a sticker called VC Arena. So we have a studio, a co-working space down here in Dallas called VC Arena.
Mm-hmm.
It's near the W Residences down on Victory Park. It's a co-working space for everyone to come hang out. If you guys want to come hang out, drop a message in the comments below. Just say, hey, you want to come hang out at VCA, and we'll book a time for you to come see what's going on over there and see if you want to come join the community.
What was one of your major challenges with getting into business?
Business. Honestly, age. For me, it was in the time when, the younger people were, finally getting into business itself.
Mm-hmm.
And, it took a while to get the reputation going. I actually met someone named Dan Sinawat. He owns this company right here called AI Connects. By the way, none of these are sponsors. I just love them. But with AI Connects, he runs that. It's an AI consulting firm, and it's also a community gathering machine that is pretty well known if you're an AI around Dallas. Dan Sinawat, shout out to you. He got me into business. He got me, situated. And what happened, a few months later is, he realized I was doing social media and he needed help with social media. So he was like, come be my social media manager. I'll pay you. So he starts paying me to do his social media. And around that time, I also got my first podcast client called Josiah Ball. He runs the Enzo Project.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave a link in the description. But basically, those were my first two clients, and I started getting the European American Chamber of Commerce, the Zambian Chamber of Commerce. I was working with all these people that had, chambers of commerces, and I was getting large amounts of clients. But, the workload was increasing, and it was just me, myself, and I don't make enough money to pay anyone. But what changed is in the group chat for the Venture Arena, I met someone called Jefferson Nunn. He owns a political marketing company.
Mm-hmm.
And he offered to let me do political campaign marketing with the same thing I was doing for non-political clients, but for political clients. And now we have a whole company set up to market to anyone, politicians. But now our main thing that we're working on right now is we have anyone from city council or even board to Senate and Congress that are, that may be added to our platform due to the marketing that my partner has done.
So, with your age, though, and working with these politicians and high-profile people, they have at least a 20 to 30-year age gap on you. So does that intimidate you, or no?
You and me have a 20-year age gap, my friend.
Yes, I know.
Come on. So not
but
really.
I'm saying in general, though.
If you ignore the word politician and just look at them, they're still normal people.
Right.
They're not any different from you and me.
So that's
You're
how
just
you
adding
overcome.
in a title that's gives them power, but other than that, not really. And there's no physical meaning on them having the title. It's just a title.
It's just a title. So you separate the title from the person.
Yeah, and then talk to the person, not the title.
That's a good way to look at it. I like that. See, entrepreneurs, we're all about solving problems. And in my head, just thinking about age and stuff, I would probably feel a little intimidated. But with that being said, hey, we're just people having a simple conversation, just sharing some of our story, sharing some of our glory. So how can people find more information about you?
So they could do one of three things. Find me on LinkedIn on Pranav Jajapur, PranavJajapur, or they can subscribe to this podcast, as I am one of the podcast hosts. I am one of the podcast hosts. But the other way is, Google me.
Wow.
So
okay.
Other than that, we just sent out, I can't say what kind of patent it is, but we just sent out a algorithm for a utility patent for the algorithm we have to use on the political clients. It's a fun fact, I guess.
Yeah, because matter of fact, I was going to ask you, is there a certain project or something you want to tell the people what you're working on currently?
Yes, absolutely. So I actually run a community called Young Network. The community is for founders under 25 to come and join. If you want that link, that'll also be in the link in the description. But we're about to give out a grant for $500. Anyone can apply as long as they have an idea, a startup, or an ideation of an idea. All you need is a pitch deck, and there's a few other things on the form you got to fill out, and then within around the end of July we'll have a decider, and we'll probably actually add in maybe another $1,000 into the prize pool, so we'll have 3 $500 grants to give out to the people as long as y'all come in and join. So you can go to WHOP, make an account, and look for Young Network Standard, and you can find us there, or you can check out the link in the description.
Real quick, any words of wisdom that you want to give to your audience?
Stop waiting. Everyone, especially when they're younger, they think, oh, I need an LLC. Oh, I need this legal document. Oh, I need that. You don't. One, you're not old enough to sign, and even if you are old enough to sign, you don't need it. You're nobody. So go get work, go get money, and then go get the legal structure.
So stop waiting
and start doing.
And start doing. I was going to say stop waiting, stop hating, start doing, and make it happen.
It don't rhyme, my friend. It don't rhyme.
I wasn't trying to rhyme, but
anyways. I'm sorry. We like making pineapples rhyme.
Okay. Well, with that being said, thank you for listening to the Entrepreneur Mindset podcast, where hustle meets strategy. Thank you for just enjoying our conversation with the up and coming great entrepreneur, PJ.
Now, I'd like to add in something there. Just be on the lookout next week for his podcast. We're actually interviewing him next week. Just keep an eye on that. Thank you, guys. Let's go.
Yes.